It's time for your daily dose of Big D energy.
Gabby is a college student struggling to
and Spencer Raxter both here today. So the rest of the squad is here. We are locked. We're loaded. We are ready to go. And once again, out here in Romeo, the food truck is out here. The good folks from T Burgers. They hand make their buns, bro.
Awesome. I can't wait to taste them.
Absolutely. They promise. So
yes.
Tons of stuff to get into here today. Got an action-packed show. You can feel the vibe. Lindsey still. Football.
I'm ready for it, man. I'm geared up for training camp reports. See what my boys doing out on the West Coast. Of course, the Lions.
No, absolutely.
I'm not like Flannel. I'm not gonna. I don't just jump ship. I've been with my ship. So the Lions are my second team.
They are.
Should be his first team.
They
but
are.
Somehow they're not.
They are.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay. Well, hey, we just we need to discuss now. Flannel. There are tons of different directions that I can go here to open the show. But since you're here right now, I need your reaction to the news that Tom Kennedy was released yesterday.
Well,
how are you going to laugh at the man?
No, I mean, the question is, should I take my coffee in black and iced coffee, maybe in like one of those frappuccinos or something like that, maybe cream and sugar? Well, we shall see. You guys thought you guys had one in the bag, but, I think the underdog, old Flannel Sam, is back in the running to get my coffee from all of you guys. That is what I think.
You'll see. He'll be back. You'll all see. We have not seen the last of TK85. I promise you that.
Promise.
I promise you.
I mean, so I guess he was the casualty of the Denzel Mims signing.
Well, here's the deal, Flannel. I know that everybody's programmed to think that way, but when you're up against it and the season's off and running and you're in the mix for a playoff spot and you're chasing for a division title and you got a couple tough road games, there's but one man that you can go back to. There's but one man that you can say, hey, on 3rd and long in a huge road game, we will put our fate in your hands. And he will come on the horse. He'll have the sword drawn. The cavalry that is Tom Kennedy 85. You have not seen the last of him, Sam Flannel.
I mean, maybe not, but this season he is not catching one pass. It's not happening.
You'll see.
All right, fine. I mean, by the evidence, he must not be a very good practice player or something because he seems to get cut all the time.
He is. I don't know the extent of the injuries, though. He has been injured.
Didn't he get, crushed by Jack Campbell the other day in practice or something like that?
Maybe.
I think so.
Maybe Jack Campbell is that. Maybe Jack Campbell is him. If you can take Tom Kennedy 85 out, you're him.
I mean, he better be him. 18th overall pick as a linebacker. Most certainly better be him.
What about this? And jump in to the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Subscribe to Woodward Sports on YouTube. Subscribe to the Big D Energy podcast as well. What about this? DNC ENT says he will catch a pass from Patrick Mahomes this year.
Ooh.
He is not worthy of
If
catching
he catches a pass from Patrick Mahomes, you owe us coffee for life.
Not life.
For life.
I'll pay up the bet that day because you didn't specify on the Lions. I'll pay up the bet if he goes to another team and makes a catch because I'm a man of my word. But the fact that he got cut from the team that actually utilized him a little bit last year, I think that's a point in my favor. I think the odds of me winning that bet have exponentially increased.
Okay. No, but there is a lot of stuff to get to. Certainly the Lions Inside the Den episode dropped. Everybody is fired up about that. I have some thoughts that we'll discuss it, and I really thought that they did a good job of getting you behind the curtain in terms of what goes on in draft day. So we will discuss. And Lindsey, I always like to pick your brain too, being a former NBA coach and everything like that. You've been involved with these types of things in the scouting world as well. I just want to pick your brain and how trades happen and all that kind of stuff. So we'll get into all that also. Since you are here, Lindsey. Spencer put this on the show sheet, too. The Jaden Ivey thing, year 2. We'll pick your brain on that one as well, if you're cool with that.
Interesting.
Now, I understand you had iced coffee for the first time yesterday.
Yeah, man, it was an experience. First time having iced coffee. Since it was hot, I figured, let me try iced coffee. Everybody I'm not a big ice in my coffee guy. I think a man's man wants hot, steaming coffee, and I'm a man's man.
You are a man's man. Maybe
Exactly.
I'm soft, and I don't know, because it's all I drink.
Well,
Even in the wintertime, iced coffee.
I think
this
as
morning, iced coffee.
As we progress in life and we become a little successful, we get a little softer. It
that
just
what you're
goes
saying?
with the territory.
Success is changing me. Is that what you're saying,
It happens
Lindsey?
to all of us. Happens to all of us.
No, I am. I'm all about the iced coffee.
And
So what'd you think? What was the return?
I was very skeptical in the beginning. I was like, is it good? I mean, it's cold coffee. Like, I just can't get over the concept. And then as I progressed through my drinking of the iced coffee, I realized
What it
I have
is about
stumbled
that.
upon something that is great.
There you go, Lindsey. There you go. Hey, that's what it is, man. Iced coffee. That's it.
I was shocked.
Welcome to the revolution.
I was shocked.
Welcome to the revolution that I started. I started this.
You started
Woodward, yeah, absolutely. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Detroit Dabber 313. And this is important, Sam. Never forget Flannel made a bet on a Lions player failing. Sam is trash. Your response.
I mean,
you have no response.
He's not that important, though.
Oh, wow.
It's not like I put
Seemed pretty important in a couple games last
I
year.
mean, he did, but it's not like I bet Sam Laporta failing or Brian Branch failing or something like that. Then I would be a bad person. I would stand on my sword and take the fact that I'm a bad person. But it's Tom Kennedy. Out of the 53-man rotation, he would be maybe your 51st best player.
All right, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Let's go Red Wings party. Neal sips on his iced coffee as he looks down on the lowly people from his mountaintop, which is no more than a couple miles from here. Lindsey, you saw it. Drive highest point in Macomb County, literally here at Dispo today. Well, figuratively here at Dispo today, and literally in terms of physical stature.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's just, it signifies your success. The coffee signifies how dignified you are. It all goes hand in hand.
That is true.
Right?
That is true. Detroit Dabber 313. I didn't call Sam trash. The situation was trash, though. I called him trash, Dabber, and that's fine. And I think I spoke for an entire community when I said that.
Oh, yes.
Lindsey, did I speak for you?
Absolutely. The legions of flannel haters are applauding right now.
Yeah. No. No. There is no doubt about it. Byrne says, I return to this slander. Neal, we will build a TK85 statue or retire his number. Is his resume enough to warrant his number being retired? I say yes.
No, of course you do. No. Absolutely not.
But, Sam, how quickly you just talk about a player just because he's the least on our 53-man roster. He matters.
I mean, he made an NFL roster. I'll give him credit
Exactly.
for that. If I were playing DB against him, he would cook me. He would probably literally break my ankles, still.
Sam, let's not put yourself in any type of athletic situation, okay?
That's
let's
fair.
just talk about the guy that's a good he's a player. Putting you in front of him doesn't speak for his talents.
Obviously. Obviously, yeah.
So yeah, no.
Someone that played nose guard as a little guy.
Right.
I did. I played 2 years of defensive tackle in high school football.
Defensive tackle. Jake Wegener, Neal needs his coffee cold because his house is hot with his 2 furnaces. Byrne, but hey, we're going to do it, Byrne. I think I'm going to add the retire 85 to the retire 91. Can we make a co-movement? Spencer, do you sign off on the co-movement? Retire Fedorov and Tom Kennedy.
I sign off.
You get us both or you get neither. I'm drawing a line in the sand. So it is written, so it is done. When we come back, do want to talk about the inside the den. The Tigers got their ass kicked every single way possible by one man yesterday. We'll touch on that later on. The greatest baseball player we've ever seen in the human race history.
Not buying it.
Lindsey.
Maybe, hey, if you can say the greatest talent, but I haven't seen the greatest player yet.
Lindsey. Sports marketing agency. They help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. The podcast called This Is the S Word helps address the stigma associated with seeking help. If you're struggling or some you know is struggling, go to thesportsma.com. Thesportsma.com, the sports marketing agency. They're here to help.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy, better sleep, blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour.
You're a good coach, Tim. Oh, great shot.
Some of the biggest names in Michigan sports, and some, well, not so much.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby.
Watch episodes at woodwardsports.com.
Neal Ruhl here for 5 Iron Golf. Think you can play some golf? How about beating a professional athlete? It's the Woodward Sports Thursday Night Golf League, live at 5 Iron Golf, presented by Mark White and Associates, spanning 12 consecutive weeks, featuring famous courses from around the world, played on state-of-the-art TrackMan simulators. And 5 Iron Golf's new 25,000 square foot facility in downtown Detroit. Can you beat Darren McCarty on hole number 12 at Augusta? What about outperforming Braylon Edwards on hole number 8 at Pebble Beach? Do you have what it takes? If so, register for your chance to win a free foursome today. All you got to do, follow 5 Iron Golf on Twitter and the Gram before August 1st and send them a direct message with the word golf. That's it. They're going to pick a winner. You'll get a free foursome courtesy of Woodward Sports. See you out there in downtown Detroit at 5 Iron Golf. We are off and pushing live at Dispo in Romeo. Neal Ruhl, NBA champion Lindsey Hunter, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the woodwardsports.com chat thread. As you can see, the folks at Goldkind have their product line out. And in the woodwardsports.com chat thread, Rax says Lindsey must be partaking in Dispo activities if he doesn't think Ohtani's the greatest baseball player ever.
See, here's the problem. We thought, when we saw Bo Jackson, we'd never seen anything like him. Oh, my God, he's going to be the greatest running back ever, right? What happened? Bo got hurt.
Yes.
So we can't say he's the greatest ever, right? Right?
Sure.
He probably was the greatest talent at that position ever. We could say that. So we have to wait and see. We can't just crown people right away. You don't do that.
You'll see. You'll all see. That's kind of the theme for you. Just like Tom Kennedy, you'll see. You'll all see. Lions inside the den yesterday. And it really was cool to see. I do like the way that they really – Lindsey, this is the most I've ever seen the curtain pulled back, where they are in there on draft night, taking you through how everything broke down. And some of the things – are great to see because it reiterates some of the thoughts I had. Some of the stuff is new and kind of lets you inside and to see how things truly do shake out. And, Lindsey, what they were able to do with Gibbs and drafting Gibbs, they took a chance.
Right.
They moved back. They still got their guy.
Right.
So it was everything that we talked about. When we were down in Royal Oak at Fifth Avenue doing the draft show, that was kind of my whole point was I said they got their guy. You can agree, not agree, the running back situation, whatever. That was their guy. They got their guy, and they were compensated to do it. That really goes to show you the depth of what happened in that draft room that night.
Absolutely. And even hearing them say they would have taken him higher.
If they were stuck at 6, they were still going to take him.
If they were stuck at 6, they were going after their guy.
Right.
And most organizations, that's what they do.
Yes.
They pick the guys that there are a few guys that are probably on their list that, hey, we're going to take this guy if he's available, and then so on and so forth. When you get your guy, you go after your guy regardless of what everybody else says, whatever the noise is around you. You know what you prepare for. You know who you've spent the most time doing background checks on and knowing the character of this guy. And you know if that guy fits your personality, fits your the style of
if
play,
you have him
everything.
pegged. If you have him pegged. And look, like I see Brandon Katz in there. He says, Holmes could have drafted Bijan or Carter. He took an undersized. Look, Cats. There's another. We'll talk about that later on. I'm not even so much discussing the pick per se. What changes this football team and the trajectory of this football team and this franchise and this town is the philosophy, Brandon, that he got his guy and got compensated to get his guy. Think about that. That's big brain. We haven't seen big brain around here.
Well, if you look at the history of like great organizations that draft well, they seem to do it. This formula works for everybody. It's not just new. It's not something new. But you have to have a strong enough front office to stand on what they're doing and not be bothered by the outside noises of people saying who they should draft, what they should do. No, you do, what you think is best for your organization and your situation. And that was their guy. So, yeah, they could have drafted a ton of guys, but they pegged their guy, and that's who they stuck with. And I'm glad to see them do it.
Yeah, and in and above all that, like their guy, talented running back, in and above all that, I'm talking about the philosophy.
Yes.
To say we can still get the guy we want, and that you're going to hear this as an overriding theme, and get compensated to do it. Who else would have done that? What other Lion general manager or anybody within the Lions organization would say, hey, I got a way I can still get the guy I want and get more? Now, so not only, like, we got to open our minds to this here at Dispo and Romeo, right? Right. Yeah. Spenny knows. You got to open your mind to this concept here. This is why it's different. This is why it's going to work. This is why Brad Holmes is here to stay, because of the approach he takes to the draft. And the inside the dem was great. And like, I know people are talking about production value. The only thing that mattered to me was seeing the philosophy, Lindsey.
Right.
And they were going back and forth. They're like, it's a risk. But see, here's the deal too. I think Brad Holmes had other guys pegged. Obviously, you have other guys pegged. Of course. He had every contingency plan lined up and everything that was going to work. Yeah. You know, and Lindsey, look, you've been a part of front offices in the NBA. You've been a part of drafts. You've been a part of all that. This phenomenon, it may be new to us, but you said something interesting where you said, when you look at good teams and what they do, this is how they operate. It's new to us, so I'm still stunned.
and that one thing that bothers me about Lions fans, you guys have not had a successful front office in a long time, right? Things haven't been ran this way, never. So, and you haven't won. So why not jump behind and support these guys for doing something that's different from what you're accustomed to? You haven't won anyway. Right. Now the organization's headed in the right direction, and you still want to complain about who they're drafting? Shut the hell up and get on the bandwagon.
Right.
You know, because when they start winning, everybody's going to be, I told you, Brad Holmes was doing the right thing. I would have drafted this same running back. You wouldn't have done shit. You're complaining about him now. You wanted to draft somebody else. They could have did this or they could have got this guy. No, they got their guy. Point blank.
Ryan's reaction. You guys remember Neal's face when the philosophy unfolded and we picked Jack Campbell. Right? See, Ryan, you're talking about like specific guys. That's not the point of this discussion to me. That's not the point of why I think the Lions franchise has turned a corner and continues to turn a corner. The guys are immaterial. Right. The philosophy of how they go about getting them is what's new. That's what's exciting. That's what ensures that they're going to be good for a very, very long time. That's it. DNCNT says it well. The Cardinals gave us Sam Laporta for moving back to still get Brad's guy.
There you go.
That's it. That's all, man. Like that. That's it. That's all. So not only did he get the guy he wanted at the front, he got the guy he wanted at the back end of the trade too.
Right.
And got paid to do it.
See, and to me, I always look at it from a San Antonio Spurs standpoint. I've always watched how they draft, and you watch the guys that they draft because they have a tremendous development system there. Dude, they got Hall of Famers in the late first and the second rounds.
Yeah.
They got championship caliber players with late picks. You know what I'm saying? And when everybody else was poo-pooing those picks and saying, who is this guy? Well, I mean, dude, Tony Parker was a late first. Mono Ginobili was a, second round
Second
pick.
rounder, yeah.
2 Hall of Famers. So, but they have a process. They have a system. They have a way of doing things that they don't care what everybody else says. They don't care what everybody else is doing. This is how we do it.
Right. And because everyone points to the Tim Duncan thing, right? Like, oh, you got the bounce of the lottery ball, which they did.
Yeah.
But they won championships because of Parker, because of Ginobili, because they capitalized on the opportunity.
There you go.
Like when Spencer Raxter hits a good shot in golf and hits an iron to 7 feet. You got to make that putt, Spencer, or it's just a regular-ass shot.
I'm money on the green.
There it is.
I'm money on the green. They call me Two-Putt Spenny.
Two-putt Spenny?
Yeah.
What do they call you out here at Dispo?
They call me Two-Puff Spenny.
Yeah, see there, yeah. Absolutely. 2PS. Got to get him a hat. 2PS.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Two-Puff Spenny.
I love it, Spenmo. Brandon Katz says Neal's excited by a team drafting second-round players in the first round.
Brandon, shut the fuck up.
Brandon, no, bro. Philosophy. We're separate from the guys right now. We're separate from the guys that they took. We're talking about philosophy and how it's a new philosophy to the people around here because we've never seen it before. BigCon51 asked me in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Algonac also says, I have faith in Holmes. We're going to Arrowhead opening night and destroying Kansas City. We're starting the season 3-0 and going 13-4. I hope that's how.
That's what I'm talking. Who is that? Who said that?
That was Algonac in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread.
See, he's all in. Spinmo, Algonac is all in.
Yeah, well, good for Algonac.
But BigCon51 asked me. He asked me this question, and you know what? I'll get to it on the other side of the break because it's pretty good. And I do want to have a discussion. This is one of those side topics that just happened to pop up. Tell them about a haircut, though.
Absolutely. And even though we're not outside right by Lady Jane's, even if I had to get a haircut today, I would drive all the way there because they do such a good job making me look this good every single time. And how would you like to win a new vehicle for you and a friend? That's right, a new car for you and your wife, girlfriend, or best bud. Just get to Lady Jane's and automatically register for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Wicked awesome.
Wicked.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Lindsey Hunter, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Scott Klingler, hey, what dispo are you at? Hey, we're at the dispo in Romeo. You know how they do out here. The food truck is out here. T-Burgers in the house. They make their buns from scratch. Who does that in the burger game? We're about to find out, though, Lindsey.
Definitely.
The people at T-Burger said it's on its way, so I can't wait for that, to give that a spin. But you guys know what it is. The folks from Gold Kind are out here as well. They got all their products out here on display, so you know what it is. Spencer Raxter is deep in the streets right now. Spenny, this is your best life, right?
Oh, yeah.
When you come out to Dispo.
Oh, yeah. Love the Dispo.
They treat us good, man.
Treat us like kings. We was kings.
No, they do. So shout out to everybody here at Dispo. We are doing it. I got a question in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. And, Lindsey, you know, like, I work these shows a little differently than most people because I do this weird thing where I look at what people are talking about and then I talk about that because that's what they want to talk about, obviously.
Right.
Someone asked me a question a little while ago in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, and they said, Neal, because we're talking about inside the den and how things happen.
Right.
He said, Neal, what was your favorite Brad Holmes draft so far? And so I got to thinking about it, and I think it comes down to his third draft is in the books. We don't know anything. You know, could Catsbot be right? I don't know, I suppose. Could the rest of us be right? I don't know, I suppose. But as far as drafts, Lindsey, the one for me, and you kind of pegged this when you talked about the Spurs drafts.
Right.
I still think for me, while to build a team depth-wise, it's last year's with Aiden and Jamison and Pascal and Kirby Joseph, Malcolm, etc. I think depth-wise it's there, but to me it's still the first draft because he got 2 gold jackets in my mind.
Right.
2. Penei Sewell, there's no doubt. Amon-Ra St. Brown seems to be tracking. And if you have a draft where you can produce multiple gold jackets,
you won.
Then you've changed the franchise.
You won. Right. That goes without saying, because that's hard to do, regardless of where you draft.
Right.
We've seen guys draft 1 through 10 first round and not get one of those guys. So that's a hell of a draft to get guys, potentially 2 guys that'll be putting those gold jackets on, and not the one that Ucho Cinco had on. They're going to get a real one.
Right. And especially, too, when you can pluck one from the 4th round.
Definitely. That's a Spurs pick, is what I call it.
Yeah. No, it certainly is. So, Tiger Town says the 2021 draft was my favorite, which was his first. And that's where I am, too, with it, man, because I think that is the one that changed the franchise. And Penei Sewell, too, yesterday he was talking about it. Dan Campbell said that Penei Sewell was on a mission, and Penei Sewell also agreed with that and said, yes, that he is on a mission. I love this guy. I know it's an offensive lineman. They're not supposed to get the shine. They're not supposed to get the juice, man. But I've said it once. I'll say it again. I'll say it again this year. I'll say it again in 10 years. I'll say it again when we're, in Canton watching the ceremony. Penei Sewell's the one that changed all this.
Well, you go ask any quarterback who's the most important players on his team. Ask the quarterbacks and watch what they say. They're going to go, those big hogs in front of me, those are the most important guys. That's why they get the Rolexes and all the fancy gifts from the quarterbacks, because they know without those guys, the team goes nowhere. Period.
Algonac in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Sam Flannel, I'll one-up you. If the Lions lose in Arrowhead, I'll donate to any charity of your choosing. So there you go.
Whoa.
Really?
He didn't say how much, so it could just be like $5.
Yeah.
So why are you doing me a favor, though? That's the one
because
thing.
the Chiefs are your favorite team.
They're not my favorite team.
They are.
If
Patrick Mahomes is your favorite player.
He is my favorite player.
They're your favorite team.
They're not my favorite team. They're not my favorite team. So I will not. I appreciate your offer, but if I take your charity, it would imply that I am a Chiefs fan, and I am not a Chiefs fan. I am a Lions fan. I hope that they win. Believe me later.
Believe him later.
As Lucas would say. Lucas Klotz. Believe me later.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. More like 20 puffs, Spenny. Is that more accurate?
That's facts. I'm telling you, man, those infused pre-rolls, they creep up on you for sure. It's always a good time, man.
Let me see here. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Answer 14. My favorite draft hasn't happened yet. That'll be the 2024 draft where the Lions are picking 32nd. Hell yeah.
Oh.
I feel you on that.
See, Lindsey,
there's somebody.
You're getting through to the people.
The people are starting slowly but surely. They're starting to believe. Spinmo still shaking his head.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't get this guy to believe.
I'm not going to say they're going to win the Super Bowl, man. I can't do it. Or make the Super Bowl. I'm not going to, can't say it. Not this year.
Spinmo. There's life and death in the power of the tongue.
There's always next year.
Speak those things as if they are. Don't be afraid.
I am afraid. I'm afraid. All right.
All right. I'm afraid of losing what I got.
Afraid of losing what I got.
You gotta get the 16 tattoo too.
Yeah.
On the side of your eye, like a teardrop.
No, back of the ear.
Oh.
It was never side of the eye. You have these written down. Don't slander me.
I know I do.
But that's only if they win the Super Bowl.
Correct.
Yeah. You gotta win it or make it to win it, I guess. But I already have I'm pretty sure I'm getting the Dan Campbell face tattoo.
Not on the inner thigh.
Not on the inner thigh. Just on my thigh.
Yeah.
But I'm not that mad at it. I'd be happy to get it.
Yeah.
They won the division.
Yeah. So
When they
again,
win the division.
you're in there, Sam. You're in there, man.
Oh, I'm in those streets.
Yep. Real cream of wheat. Neal is glowing because of the outfit. Yeah, I'm white on white today. Nice. I learned my lesson from the last time we were out here at Dispo. Remember we
What'd
sat
you
out
have
here
on?
baking in the sun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have a hat on or anything like that, and then today it's not sunny. Because it's never sunny. It's always raining. It's never warm. I keep hearing about how hot it is in America. Every time I look at our forecast, 78 every single day.
Well, some people, the more people I talk to here, they like the 75. People here don't like the 90s, and you know what I'm saying? I love the 90s.
So do I.
I love
So do
it.
I.
Fuck all
Most
that.
people here is like, 75 is perfect, 70, we're good. No.
I'm good with 75.
Heat this shit up, man. We're gonna get snow. We need to thaw out. It takes us a while to thaw out. Give me 95 plus.
That's what I'm saying.
Because we need that.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Soft Jones, brah, come to Orlando. We are dying. I was down there in Lauderdale last weekend, out on the golf course.
Nice
Heat index
weather.
was 110.
See what I'm saying?
Didn't care.
Give me
couldn't pay
all
me to
that.
go to Florida.
What'd
I
you say,
love
Spen-
it.
what'd you
I
say?
said you couldn't pay me to go to Florida.
It was beautiful.
Florida's nasty.
Swing was
It's a
loose.
swamp. It's a giant swamp.
The swing was loose though, Spenny.
Catch me in
Man,
Cali.
you love Florida.
Catch
As long
me
as you
in Cali.
hydrate, it's cool.
I'll go to Cali 10
I don't know. It
times
may
out
be
of town
dangerous for
over Florida.
Spenny because he likes the wilderness. He might go out there and try to swim in one of those gator-infested lakes.
That's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Could catch me swimming in the Everglades.
You know? Dr. Clappencheeks has made another appearance in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. We lost Tom Kennedy. Might as well give up on the season.
It's true. It's like Chauncey Gardner-Johnson going down. Season's over.
Same thing.
I got to see the addition to the practice squad. I have to.
It's a Michigan Panthers wide receiver.
Trey Quinn.
I know.
Tom Kennedy couldn't even beat out Trey Quinn. How shame. For shame.
He's going to catch the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Do you think that this guy from the Michigan Panthers will have a pair of big first down catches on 3rd and long in pivotal road games?
No.
I don't think so either.
Maybe he's not as
So then,
but they decided that Tom Kennedy was not worthy of being on this roster.
no,
anymore.
they decided they had flexibility with Tom Kennedy and they can add him to the practice squad later when he's healthy.
Ah. All right, fine. We'll see. No catches.
When he comes back, I don't want to hear you taking credit.
I'm not going to take credit.
Yes. Jason McIntyre, 85 with the breeze is perfect. I do need upper 80s though, Lindsey.
I'm cool with however hot it is. I'm good with hot, but not humid. It's humid today. I don't
Yeah,
like
the humidity, yeah. Well, I grew up in the humidity, so I'm all for all that.
No,
I want all the smoke.
Lorena Rios, Dr. Clappencheeks, what a name. PhD we determined,
PhD,
right?
yeah. PhD in blutology.
Man, Tiger Town, TK85 will be a Packer.
I've heard Packers. I've heard Chiefs. I've heard Jets.
He's going to go to the Patriots. It's where he belongs.
TK85.
Patriots.
You know the Patriots love Tom Kennedy players.
Oh,
Short
yeah.
little white guy. I can just picture him being the next Wes Welker, Danny Amendola, Julian Edelman. He fills that role.
Maybe give him a couple snaps at quarterback.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Out of the Wildcat.
Some Wildcat. Have him have a gadget pass. He's already got a passing touchdown.
That is true.
Bill Belichick's probably salivating right now.
They got to
waiting
get
for
a
Tom
quarterback
Kennedy.
first. I don't care how good.
Yeah,
the
Mac
receivers
Jones
are.
sucks.
That's true.
Jack Harrington, Lindsey, you know Sam has the Jets in the AFC title game. What's your reaction to that?
Do you?
I do.
They're about to get Devontae, too.
But I, if I remember correctly, I didn't hear many people saying much about the Jets. Even when they acquired Aaron Rodgers, nobody really had anything to say positive about them.
Maybe you listen to this show too much or were on this show too much because I heard a lot of positivity. You're adding Aaron Rodgers to a team that last year had Zach Wilson, Mike White, and Joe Flacco's corpse.
White.
It's a little bit of an upgrade, I would say. And by a little bit, I mean
tremendous upgrade.
Tremendous upgrade.
Tremendous upgrade.
Yes.
Mike White had 300-yard passing games last year. Aaron Rodgers did not.
He did not, but Aaron Rodgers also had 26 touchdowns, 12 interceptions.
You take him over Aaron Rodgers?
Stop it. Stop it.
No,
Stop
you're
it. Stop
not.
it. Stop it.
Let's let him
He's
answer.
more fun.
Let's let him answer.
He is more fun.
He's more fun.
Would you
He's
take
more
him over
fun.
Aaron Rodgers? I don't care about how fun he is. All the fun chicks are fun until it's time to get married.
That's
a good point.
What's Mike White making? Hold on. What's Mike White
Aaron
making?
Rodgers just gave back $35 million.
Speaking
Neal,
of that,
stop
Lindsey.
it. No matter how much he's making, you're
Lindsey.
not taking Mike White over Aaron Rodgers.
Your thoughts on that?
I mean, it has to be some other backdoor deal going on. There's something under the table. It's something going on.
I forgot about that.
There's no effing way he gave that money back without some type of shake my hand deal going on.
You know what the shake my hand deal is? We're about to go get Devontae Adams. That's what the shake my hand deal is.
Yeah, that's part of it. But he's getting that money. He's getting reimbursed some type of way.
He's going to get reimbursed with the best receiver in football on his team. That's what he's going to get reimbursed with.
So Mike White is a $2.8 million cap hit. Okay, are you telling me Aaron Rodgers is 20 times better than Mike
Yes.
White? No way.
yes.
Not anymore.
Yeah, he is.
No.
Yeah, he is.
5 years ago, maybe.
2 years
right
ago.
Not
now.
now. Not now.
He was an MVP 2 years ago.
Right now.
He has 2 of the last
Right
3
now.
MVPs in the NFL.
I know.
He
Okay.
is 20
Hey,
times
we're gonna,
better than Mike White.
We're going to see. We're going to see.
We're not going to see it from Mike White because he's going to be holding the clipboard all year.
Right. But we'll see from Aaron Rodgers, though.
Yeah, he's going to
Dude,
ball.
A-Rod still can play, man.
Okay, man. Going up there, going in that division, going against the hoodie, going
Don't
against
matter.
Buffalo.
Guess who? The hoodie.
Okay, Lindsey.
that hoodie
You'll
is-
see. You'll all see.
Hoodie is wounded.
The only thing that can save Aaron Rodgers with the Jets is if TK85 goes to New York.
So would he be a more valuable acquisition or Devontae Adams? Right? I'm sure that's what you're thinking. TK85 will never catch another pass in the NFL as long as he lives. As long as he shall live.
Whoa.
That's
he shall live.
disrespectful.
As
long as he
Flannel
shall
just at his finest.
He is the wide receiver Zach Zenner, except a little bit worse.
Hey. You leave Zach Zenner out of this.
Well, let me tell you. Tell me about, actually, who is the Jerry Rice of Dispo Centers?
Oh, well, it's obviously Dispo Romeo. And you know that's where we're at all day today. So make sure you come down and join us. Brace yourself for an unforgettable journey at the pinnacle of cannabis excellence, located at 100 Schaefer Drive, Romeo, Michigan. Pull up and re-up with us. Dispo has over 12 locations, with their new location in Whitmore Lake now open. So make sure you guys come check it out. Like I said, man, we're going to be here all day live broadcasting. They got burgers, they got food, they got fun. So make sure you come to Dispo Romeo and check it out.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Goff, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Hey, it's Sean Jordan from the Sports Marketing Agency, and SMA wouldn't be who we are without our amazing partners.
Thank you so much, Sean. You know, at Detroit Wayne, we want to serve as a resource for you and your families. We offer mental health services, substance use disorder services throughout our communities, and we want to be that source and resource within the community.
If you or a loved one are suffering from a mental health or substance abuse issue, please don't hesitate to call 1-800-241-4949.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Back at it. We're live here in Romeo at Dispo. As you can see over our shoulders here, it is popping. The food truck here. T-Burgers in the house. There's a huge line over there to get the burgers, the homemade buns from scratch. Like, they have a tabletop, and then like a little bit later, there's hamburger buns. I don't get how that all works, but
they're not clapping buns over there.
No, they're just clapping buns, not clapping cheeks. But no, come on out. See the people here at Dispo. They always take very, very good care of us. They got the Gold Kind line out here, as you can see. Spenmo, we'll be sampling that A little bit later on, if he hasn't already. I don't know.
Yes, I will.
Yes and yes?
Yes and yes.
There it is. You got it. The top 100 lists are all the rage right now in the NFL. Make sure you jump into the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, by the way. Ryan's reaction. Neal, did you see the Edelman interview where he remembers piping Jerry Rice's daughter? I cannot comment on that.
What?
I do not know.
He didn't say piping. He took her to prom, or he was dating her or something, and he said he came home and Jerry Rice would always be gone, and so he'd like go into his office and like look at his Super Bowl rings and footballs and stuff like that.
So he used the daughter to exploit Jerry's goods, thinking it would rub off on him.
And it worked.
Yeah,
to an extent.
Yeah, it worked. He got his own rings.
Yeah.
You can't question it.
Rubbed off on him a little bit. He was okay.
Chad Fisher, Neal, you got to admit it's good to see Calvin Johnson back with the team. This is a Calvin Johnson zone here, everybody.
I don't know
Calvin's
where
that dude, man.
I don't know where there wouldn't be a Calvin Johnson zone.
Friend of the network. We've had him on Big D Energy before. Yep, he's been on a couple times, as a matter of fact.
Keep giving.
Jack Harrington, the Jets won't make the playoffs. I don't think so either.
Oh, come on. They're going to make the playoffs.
The Jalen Ramsey thing helped them.
That's true.
No question.
Yeah,
it helped them. So
he's not going to be out long, though.
I will say that. It's just, again, okay, real quick, because I do want to get in this Penei Sewell thing. Flannel, let's work backwards then, all right?
Yeah.
Buffalo, probably win the division.
I'd say they're 11
Betting favorite?
11 win wild card team, but sure, they're going to be a tough
Betting
opponent.
favorite.
Sure, yeah.
Chiefs will win their division.
Yeah.
Somebody has to come from the South. Whoever wins that division, probably the Jaguars, whoever.
Texans.
Okay. The North. Bengals, right?
I mean, I've got the Browns, but that's another hot take of mine. But
anyway, okay. So say it is the Browns. Say you're right.
Yeah.
You know that the Ravens always end up in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They always do.
They do.
All the time. So as we work backwards from this, so you have the Chiefs, right? Yes. Your guy Herbert is like the highest paid quarterback in the history of the world now. So he's got to make the playoffs, right?
You know what? I would actually not be surprised if the Ravens don't make it. Just my opinion. I think
No,
the
they're
Chargers
gonna
will,
make
though.
it.
I think
Stop.
the Chargers will.
They always make
The
it.
Ravens are going to make the playoffs.
They always make the playoffs.
What about the Bengals?
And that was my other point I was going to get to. The Bengals are going to make it.
Are they?
So what spots are left?
You just hate Joe Burrow.
I don't hate Joe Burrow.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, you do.
I do not
Yes,
hate
you
Joe
do.
Burrow.
Yes, you do.
Like, I admit I hate Aaron Rodgers. I admit it freely. Hate the man. Why don't you just come clean and say you hate Joe Burrow?
I don't hate Joe Burrow. I hate the conversations he was prematurely thrust into. That's what I hate.
What are those conversations?
That he was right there with Patrick Mahomes at any point. And that was never the case. Not for 1 second he's been breathing on this earth. Not for 1 second.
How many times have they went head-to-head?
4.
What's the record for Patrick Mahomes in those games?
Okay, but the Bengals are
Well,
3-1 in
No,
those
he
games.
asked you a simple
but-
question. He didn't ask you to elaborate with all this mumbo-jumbo. Just answer the
The
question.
Bengals are 3-1.
Okay, but the
games,
Chiefs
right?
have parlayed one of their wins into a Super Bowl, and they have one before that. And the Bengals went to a Super Bowl, and Joe Burrow kind of in the last 4 drives punt, and then once the Rams took the lead, turnover on downs. That all happened, and Joe Burrow received no criticism. That happened. Just for the record.
Okay. Anyway, getting back to the task at hand here. You see what I'm saying? Like, your playoff spots for your boy Aaron Rodgers are drying up.
I mean,
They will not win that division. They will not.
I predict they will.
Memo?
I mean, I don't think they will, but
Okay.
they're going to make the playoffs.
Do you see where I'm going, though? Like, it's not as cut and dry and as easy
The
as
Ravens
everybody
aren't going
says
to
it
make the
is.
playoffs this year.
They're always there. Are they
Yeah.
always there?
They're not going to be there this year.
Okay.
I think the Browns and the Bengals will have better records than the Ravens.
the Browns.
Browns are going to be good.
Deshaun Watson,
I'll
comeback
believe
player
it when
of
I
the year.
see it.
Deshaun Watson's good.
He is good.
He gets a little handsy, but he's a good player.
Yeah. And so, again, going back to it then, the Chargers are going to make it, right? Right,
Yes.
Sam Flannel?
Yes, they're
you
gonna
spent
make
a
it.
$250 million on the quarterback. He better make it.
Texans are going to make it.
Yeah. Well, whoever wins that division. There will not be a wild card that comes from that
No,
division.
not a
though.
chance.
I don't
Texans
think
are
the
going to win the
Texans make
division.
it.
Just wait for it.
I like how he gets a complete pass for saying the Texans are going to win
Right,
that
they don't
division.
make it.
Worst to first happens every year.
Who are they? Who's their quarterback?
C.J. Stroud.
C.J. Stroud,
Like him, but I don't think they make it.
and they got Will Anderson,
Yeah.
and they signed
Defensive
Dalton
Rookie of the
Schultz.
I like how this kind of turned into an NFL preview segment, but whatever, man. I'm here for it. The moral of the story is the Dolphins. You get back to the Dolphins, right? And hey, look, Catspot, I'll save you the thing. I'll save you the text that you're going to send in. Tua's not an NFL quarterback. He was only third in QBR last year.
Shut up.
I mean, he's an NFL quarterback, obviously.
Third ranked
really
in QBR
good,
last
dude.
year.
Yeah. He's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying?
QBR's.
Yeah, I'm partial to QBR. I don't really like QBR.
Does it fit your narrative or no? Because you can shape it.
No,
right?
it's like QBR doesn't explain the whole picture. Like, Jimmy Garoppolo was top 4 in QBR like 2 years ago.
And he's
and there you go.
Thank you.
I mean, QBR is important, but it's not like this guy's a great quarterback.
If you're third in the league, you're a good quarterback.
Yeah, no, he's a good quarterback. Yeah.
Period. End of story. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's really drying up here.
And
it's really
guess what?
drying up for available spots.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Trey Lance?
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy is back.
He's back. No restrictions, baby.
He's back.
We got action. We got action.
There you go. So that's all I'm saying. Like this, it's cute to stand there at the table and say the Jets are going to make the AFC Championship. That's cute. That's cute to say. But work through it, man. It's not. It's a tough road.
It is a tough road.
Texans beat the Jets in the first round of the playoffs.
Oh, stop it.
Dude,
now that I would be on board for.
Will Anderson demolishes Aaron Rodgers 3 times.
Hey, Will Anderson's going to be a stud.
Yeah.
Though.
I don't think they're going to make. I don't think the Texans are going to win the division, but I think they can win 8 games. Like I like a lot of the moves.
And that could be good enough to win that division.
No, the Jaguars are going to be good. But I like a lot of the moves they made in free agency, and I really like their draft.
Yeah. Well, I mean, talk about these top 100 lists. Your boy Trevor Lawrence.
That was fucking
a crime
ridiculous.
against humanity.
Ridiculous. The guy is a top 10 at the very least quarterback in the NFL, and you have him in 96. You have Tua, Fields, Goff, and Geno over him. Like, come on, guys. What are we doing here?
Catspot has chimed in. Tua never wins anything except for 2/3 of every game he's ever started.
Yeah, and a couple national championships.
Yeah.
Who
said that?
national championship.
Catspot.
Kitty Cats.
Yeah.
Kitty Cats.
Kitty Cats.
But
Brandon.
when it was their time to go into the playoffs in a game that was very, very winnable, he was not available.
He was injured, man.
Okay,
a concussion.
Yeah, okay, but that's a problem. Is
Is
that not a problem? Could that derail his career, though? I'm just saying.
Sure it could.
That could derail anyone's career.
But Tua Tagovailoa has suffered from it uniquely when it comes to quarterbacks.
So if Patrick Mahomes goes down and breaks his leg, like, you're going to blame him for it?
No, I'm not blaming Tua.
You just did.
He's not available very often. I mean, he's like, this could hurt. If he was playing in that game, they probably win. They probably win that game.
He plays just as much as Anthony Davis.
Oh, stop
That
it.
is, wow, that's a good point. You
Except
love Anthony Davis.
Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
Anthony Davis has a championship as the second best player on the team. He did not get carried.
Got dragged
he did not
to a
get carried.
championship.
He did not get dragged. You stop it.
Yeah, he did.
Alex Caruso carried him to
Alex
And
Caruso.
it was the bubble.
Yeah, it was bubble
That's true.
too. I was
Mickey
told the bubble
Mouse.
doesn't
Mickey
count.
Mouse ring.
The bubble absolutely does count. You
Does
would
it?
not be saying that if any other team won. I
It fits
No, I
guarantee.
wouldn't.
it fits
I
his narrative,
guarantee
so it
you.
counts.
Nope. Bubble didn't count.
Lorena Rio, Sam Shifty Eyes Flannel. Your eyes are shifty.
Maybe they are, but that's just how I am. All right.
Shifty eyes.
Anthony Davis is the Tua Tagovailoa of the
Oh
NBA.
my God.
I like that.
Anthony
Except not
Davis
as
is a
good.
first
Except
ballot.
not as good.
First ballot Hall of Famer. Tua Tagovailoa will not
Yes.
even sniff the Hall of Fame.
And he'll be in
What?
the Hall of Fame every other day. They'll put his fit in the Hall of Fame on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Yep.
And they'll put street clothes in there on the deck.
You guys don't even believe what you're saying. You don't even.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I believe that's what they should do with Anthony Davis. He should be day to day in the Hall
Should
of
they
Fame.
do that?
There's a reason the Lakers will not extend him out past LeBron.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, but they.
Why? He's younger.
Who are they gonna-
If he was such a cornerstone guy, you wouldn't matter. You would extend him. He's younger than LeBron. Now, LeBron leaves, you need to carry the organization. They're not thinking that way.
I've never said that he's going to be a number one on a championship team. He's proven that doesn't work, but he's certainly one of the best number twos right now, and that's damn good enough for a Hall of Fame. Damn good enough.
Brian Kobara says Los Angeles is the city of bubble championships. The Dodgers, Lakers, all the same year.
That's true.
Interesting.
That is a good point.
And they all count the same.
Bubble Town.
Bubble Town.
Bubble Town. Yeah, absolutely.
City of bubbles.
All right, we got off on a tangent there. Hey, Brandon Katz is on your side. Davis will easily be in the Hall
He's
of Fame.
He's gonna be a Hall of
Cat,
Famer.
we
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Every other day.
Yeah.
He'll be in that Hall of Fame.
So does Joel Embiid get the same treatment then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. We got another one.
Lions fans rolling by.
Oh, come on, Spinmo.
Lions fans, call him for the Super Bowl.
He must have finished his last Dispo ingredient on the walk up.
He saw the fine folks at Goldkime, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe that's what it is.
And flannel.
I don't even know.
And flannel.
Yes.
Embiid, if he wins the championship, probably will be the best player on the team.
But talk about a man who chokes in the playoffs and can't stay healthy. It's actually Joel Embiid.
He did choke really hard in the playoffs.
But he didn't.
Here's a question for Flannel in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Alan Nelson asks Sam, is Anthony Davis better than Ben Wallace?
Absolutely. It's not even close. Not even close.
It's not close.
It's not close.
Ben Wallace would lock Anthony Davis
No,
the
he
fuck
wouldn't.
down.
It's not
No,
close.
he wouldn't.
100%.
He would not.
Yeah, he would.
Yes, he would.
He would put him in the dirt, make him cry for his mama.
Okay.
Ben Wallace would dominate.
Anthony Davis is too skilled. He's one of the most skilled
Too
big men
skilled.
ever. Yes, he is.
Anthony Davis is soft, and Ben Wallace will push him out of the gym.
Oh, my God. Ben Wallace, he's so hard. He's so
He's
scary.
a four-time defensive player
Okay,
of
fine.
the year.
He's a great
Like-
defensive player. He also averaged 5.7 points per game in his career. That's a fact. And he was also terrible in Orlando. He was terrible in Chicago.
He wasn't terrible in Chicago.
Yes, he was.
He wasn't great.
They
but-
regretted signing him.
Hey, he was all right.
He was not good in Chicago.
He was solid when he came back to the
No!
Pistons, too. He was solid when he came back to the Pistons.
Die slow.
He was
Sam.
good every other
Die
game,
slow.
just like Data Davis.
Yeah.
Oh, the same thing. What were Ben Wallace's numbers? Like averaging 3.5 a game or something like that?
Still has more of an
Sam,
impact on his team than
unfortunately,
Anthony Davis.
in sports, there's like different aspects of being great.
I know.
Numbers and averaging a lot of points don't necessarily mean that you're just great. That means you're good at one thing, right?
I mean, Ben Wallace
Ben
was
Wallace just happened to be exceptional
Hold on.
at one thing.
Detroit Dabber 313. Sam's eyes are like someone looking through a painting eye hole. Like,
Fair enough. Fair enough. Still look better than you.
Okay, all right, easy, everybody. How'd you like to see famous athletes like Jim Harbaugh, Darren McCarty, and Braylon Edwards play golf with average Joes? Thanks to Randy Wise Automotive and Woodward Sports, you're able to do just that. It's a Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. Make the wise choice with your next automotive purchase and go to any Randy Wise dealership, and you can jump in with your chance to win a spot, too, in the Randy Wise Automotive Golf Tour. Check out the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. The Jim Harbaugh episode is up. Sam Flannel has watched it about 611 times. So, hey, again, it's the Randy Wise Automotive Celebrity Golf Tour, brought to you by Randy Wise Automotive and
Speaking
Woodward
of Jim
Sports.
Harbaugh, we got cheeseburgers over here.
Yay!
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Goff, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. For Detroit, by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Pulling up on the second hour of the show. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, Lindsey, Hunter. We're live at Dispo in Romeo. The food truck is banging. T-Burgers in the house here today. Hand make all their buns, which is incredible. We're fits to find out. Coming up in just a little bit. Dispo has all your needs covered. Follow them on Instagram at dispo.michigan as well. But we're just chopping it up, man. It's a Friday. We're getting close towards football season. This is the last Friday in July, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
It's crazy. Summer's almost over.
I think starting on Monday's show, everybody, I think it's nickel package every day.
Hell yeah. What? Which one?
I think it's we can do a mix to start, Like NFL Lions,
All right.
and then kind of tune it up? Or should we just, you know what? No. Let's do an NFL and a Lions one every day.
All right.
You guys cool with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to do it. It's nickel package time, Lindsey Hunter.
Sounds like a winner.
Let's put this on the WoodwardSports.com poll as well. Who's a better player, Anthony Davis or Ben Wallace?
I wonder who's going to win this one in
well, yeah,
Detroit.
the better player will.
Not the better player.
The better player will win.
The biased chat group. Chat group. That's what it's going to be.
So yeah, we'll have that up there. I don't know how we got onto that, but we did. Soft Jones made a good point. Flannel, you are arguing with an actual Detroit Piston. STFU.
I understand that, and if we were talking about the X's and O's and all of that, I forgot. He's forgotten more about basketball than I'll ever know. But when it comes to player analysis, I think I'm pretty good. I'll just say that. I think that's a different conversation than actual X's and O's of basketball.
Yes, but player analysis don't strictly go on numbers.
Fair enough.
Right?
That's fair. I respect your opinion.
Ben Wallace can average really 5 points and be more impactful.
You would be really good, like, analytically, in the NBA. You're a numbers guy. Like, you'd be great in that. But those analytical guys don't really look at what people do. They just look at the result, right?
And I've never said Ben Wallace was trash.
You did.
No, I didn't. He deserved.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I said that he deserved, at least by the numbers, 3 or 4 of those Defensive Player of the Years. He won 4, so I'll say he deserved all 4. I'm just saying his offensive play was abysmal, and his peak was so short. Those are the things that I think count against him: his offense and his peak.
The brightest stars burn out the quickest, Flannel.
But you're saying his peak. Why do you say his peak was short?
It was because he played like 15 years, and I'd say in 8 or 9 of them he was a below replacement level player. I mean, he was great for a very short period of time, and the second he got traded to the Bulls or signed with the Bulls, he was done.
All I know is he's bodying Anthony Davis. That's all I know.
Anthony Davis is.
Updating the WoodwardSports.com poll, who's a better player? Ben Wallace, 86% of the vote. Anthony Davis, 14% of the vote.
Very smart, 14%.
So there is that out there. I wanted to get to this, too, because we were talking about top 100 lists. That's how this all started. I don't remember how it did, but whatever. I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back.
Not top 100.
Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 66 and 67 in the NFL top 100 list. Penei Sewell hasn't been named yet. And Spencer, like, you know the ins and outs of this. They're kind of like staggering the releases, right?
Yeah, every day they release 10.
Okay. And Penei Sewell has not been named yet, but it stands to reason he'll be in there at some point. And, Lindsey, it does my heart well because we're seeing Penei Sewell getting his due nationally. And something I think like we saw here in this town, because you're talking about intangibles of Ben Wallace against Anthony Davis.
Yes.
While Penei Sewell is a great player, maybe Flannel would accuse me of going overboard with the intangibles, but the intangibles are what separates him from pretty much any offensive lineman we've ever seen here with the Detroit Lions, to where he doesn't just roll over and take it, to where he goes up against your guy, Nick Bosa, face mask to face mask. Aaron Donald, face mask to face mask.
Tough covers, man. Tough covers.
Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons puts him in a phone booth, like on the field. Like, we haven't seen this from the attitude. And this all goes back to why I say it changed the day that they took Penei Sewell, because I do believe that he is partially responsible for this quote-unquote culture that's in here. Do players make culture or do coaches make culture?
No, players make culture. Now, the coaches select the players they think will fit the culture that they want, but you got to get the right guys to build that culture. You get the wrong guys in the trying to build the culture that you want to be a championship culture, it's useless. You have to have the right people in, and then when you get that core of guys that believe in what you're building, they set the culture. They don't let anybody come in that locker room that isn't walking by their rules.
Right. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, King Leo. Thank you, guys. I got a shout-out on the morning show. I'm tuned in on my birthday with you guys. King Leo, appreciate you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
but
birthday,
Lindsey,
King Leo.
I'm not trying to say this is like the going-to-work Lions or anything like that. But what about the cross comparisons with it? To where it seems like with this Lions team, all the way up to the quarterback spot with Jared Goff, my impression is that nobody cares who gets the credit. Nobody cares who scores a touchdown.
Right.
Nobody cares as long as the play gets made. that was something that was the vibe everybody got from the teams you won a championship on.
Right.
The players have to make that, right? You have to have a certain collection of guys.
Well, when you have teams that police themselves, those are normally the best teams. And just from the buzz and the things we're hearing from this team and from the coach and all the other guys, that's what they have. That's what the core of these guys are seeing, that what it seems to be. And that is the essence of a championship culture. When you have guys that are talking about doing the right thing, you know, it feels like a family situation here. And we're not letting anybody come in and you know, change our culture. You have to fit in and not come and bring your own. This is about us, not you.
Right.
That's the best of both worlds.
Hoofhearted says going to work has always been the formula for Detroit sports teams when they win championships. I don't know why. Now with the Stanley Cup teams. They were the New York Yankees of hockey.
They were flash and dash.
Yeah, we did it the New York Yankees way.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with that.
I am too.
I'm cool with winning, man, at all costs.
Yeah.
But they had the grind line, right?
The grind line played a huge factor.
Yeah.
Don't discredit the grind line.
I'm not discounting it. I'm just saying that.
You just did.
No, I
didn't. But they had the grind line, right?
Because it's so obvious that anybody can see that they were the dominant franchise. They were the New York Yankees.
Yeah,
but you still see people talk about like, oh, they did it the going the work way too because they had the grind line. And I'm just like, come on now. I mean, obviously they were different.
They did have like how many Hall of Famers on that? Like 14 or something like that.
2002.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I think it was like 8, something like that. Some crazy number. Well, Flannel, here's the deal, and I'll pull this out. You know what? You know why the grind line was good?
What's that?
Because Draper won like 67% of the faceoffs
Yes.
he took, dude.
They were very.
He was elite.
And D-Mac put people in body bags. Like, and, you know, don't discredit the grind line.
I'm not discrediting them. I'm just saying that they
now
weren't.
he talks choppy about the grind line when D-Mac's not here, huh?
Yeah.
You know that.
Really, this is new.
We've had our own battles, me and D-Mac.
Honestly, yeah, I give you a lot of credit for
I
that.
appreciate
That's
that.
impressive.
WoodwardSports.com chat poll, a new one up. Who's a better player, Walter Herman or Anthony Davis? Walter Herman, 72% of the vote. Lindsey, tell me about him. Tell me about him.
That's a great dude, man. I love him, man.
Was he better than Anthony Davis?
Oh, by far. Not even close.
There's a man that played with him.
Oh, so yeah, Lindsey Hunter played with him, so obviously everyone's going to listen to it.
It's true. He knows.
Walter Herman.
First-hand experience.
Herm was a beast.
I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
Motown Cool. Chris Draper was to face-offs what Sam Flannel was to bad takes. Elite. Elite at it. 9 Hall of Famers was the number in 2002.
That's insane.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they were the Yankees of the NHL, but whatever. Steve O'Baby, Neal, do you remember how many head coaches were fired when they came to the Detroit Lions? Just asking. Well, I do know that none of them went on to be head coaches anywhere else.
It's true.
That's true.
That's one of the most damning stats that never gets talked about.
And wasn't Steve Mariucci like a rising star?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
They all were when they came
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, that hurt the old mooch.
I thought he was going to work out. But
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's what it is. Answer 14 says, man, Neal, that's it. This group is serious as hell about football. And they are.
Yeah, they are. So I'm still waiting on, like, the fan base to jump on board and cheer for them to win a Super Bowl. Like, we talk about how serious they are. We talk about all the right things, but nobody's saying, man, we're fighting for a Super Bowl. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got one. What's your name?
Fan out here.
Joe's over here that's fighting for a Super Bowl by himself.
Yeah.
For God's sake, help Joe Spinmo.
Can't do it, Joe. Sorry.
Yeah,
See what I'm
there
saying?
it is.
See what I'm saying? At least Joe believes.
Joe, look, after this break, Joe brings up a question, and I want to discuss it. Lindsey's here. You've been calling for this for a while. And this is ever evolving. I've told you guys that I'm working my way slowly to it. But I'll tell you after the break, after we talk about Strawberry Fest at Big Boy. You guys know what it is in the morning. Hey, Strawberry Fest, you can't Strawberry Fest all day if you don't start in the morning, everybody.
It's true.
And you know what it is. Strawberry hotcakes, a red velvet waffle. You can chase it with lunch. The strawberry bacon chicken wrap as well. The summer splash salad if you're into that little bit of lighter fare. And then, of course, the desserts. That's what started all this stuff. The strawberry pie at Strawberry Fest. It's a classic. It's an OG. They have deep fried vanilla Oreos. If you want to get a little more stylistic with your dessert, you can do that as well. Just make sure, look, it's not going to be summer all year long, everybody. Make sure you get to Strawberry Fest at your local Big Boy today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Goff, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Your childhood may be over, but Playtime is not. Outdoor Equipment Company is your source for outdoor power equipment, sales, service, and parts. Carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, LS Tractor, Steel, and more. Servicing the Great Lakes region with locations in Metro Detroit and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipCo.com. Outdoor Equipment Company, your power equipment playground.
Back at it live at Dispo in Romeo. Neal, Ruhl, Lindsey, Hunter in for D-Max, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter, Big D Energy here on the Woodward Sports Network. What do we got?
The next 10 block of the top 100 list got released. Still no Penei Sewell. So from 60 to 51, it goes 60 Trayvon Diggs, 59 Justin Simmons, 58 Jeffrey Simmons, 57 Jordan Poyer, 56 Rain Dakota Prescott, 55 Tony Pollard, 54 Brian Burns, 53 Mike Evans, 52 Jonathan Allen, and 51 Aaron Rodgers.
I wonder if he's not going to be on the list.
If he's not on the list,
That's a trash list.
I'll attack Roger Goodell, even though it's not his fault.
Aaron Rodgers 51?
Yeah.
It's kind of low.
You think he's either top 50 or out of the top 100? I think he's top 50. He should be top 50.
Should be top 50. Should be top 50. I wonder if you redrafted that draft.
He probably goes, 3?
Third?
Yeah.
Probably.
Because it would probably go, Burrow, Parsons.
Well, Chase.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
so fourth?
Fourth? I
He'd
would
be
take
top
him,
5.
Yeah, I would take him in front of Parsons, personally.
I would.
I saw when they went head up, I saw what happened.
That's fair. But Michael Parsons is
I've seen him in the
freak.
arena. We have film on it. But we were talking about it, and our guy, Joe, right? Joe was his name. He was kind of hanging out here at Dispo Romeo, and he said, Lindsey, he's all in. What do you got?
Yeah, he should be.
You've called for this for a while, and I am not quite there yet. I've been honest about it. I've been upfront about it, where I'm still, I'm still stepping lightly. But Lindsey, you're calling for it, and we've seen more and more people that are just, they're going all in. Now, I figured this would happen as we get closer, but once you flip that calendar to August, Lindsey, I think you're going to see people really jump in.
I hope so. Like, what are you waiting for? Like, what is everybody waiting for?
What the hell are you waiting for?
Spedbo, what are you guys waiting for?
I'm waiting for a playoff win. That's what I'm waiting for.
The WoodwardSports.com chat poll, who has better takes, Flannel Sam or the Cat Spot? It's neck and neck.
Oh.
Cat Spot at 52%.
That's
Get Kitty Cat out of here.
Now it's 51-49. This could be the most hotly contested poll we've ever done. Well done, Spencer Rath.
I do what I can.
To the surprise of no one, I think about 10 to 15% of the time I actually like what Brandon Katz has to say. A lot of the times I don't, but he's got value in this
Why
chat.
don't you just kiss him then?
No. I said 10 to 15.
I think you have better takes than Brandon Katz.
Thank you, Spenny.
Jake Wegener says it's time to get real reckless, boys. And that was kind of the thing where people said, we're about to get reckless. You're calling for it, though, aren't you, Lindsey?
Hey, man, I'm just telling you. I'm not a halfway in guy, man. It's all or nothing, babe. All or nothing. There's no, you can't straddle the fence.
Spencer, where are you at with it?
Straddling the fence.
I know where I'm at. You know where I'm at. I think they're going to win a playoff game. I think they'll win the division. And then anything else other than that is cherry on top.
So you're not reckless then?
No.
Okay, because that's kind of how I feel. I'm not prepared to get reckless. Flannel, how do you feel about your Chiefs? You're reckless about your Chiefs, right?
They're not my Chiefs.
You can be reckless about his Chiefs.
Yeah, they're not my Chiefs, but obviously I think that they're going to win the Super Bowl this year. With the Lions, I would say right where you guys are at. Division win, 1 playoff win.
See, Lindsey, I know you're going to talk ish about that, but why am I wrong? Explain to me why I'm wrong.
I just think that you guys are just, I don't know what's wrong. I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong.
You know what's wrong.
But everything else has been so right. So why not ride the wave?
Let me ride the wave.
Ride the wave.
And look, Lindsey, if I do some self-introspection to your point, right, I'm the one up here talking about Brad Holmes, how the first draft was the best draft because I think he got 2 gold jacket guys. You're looking for some consistency out of me, aren't you?
That's all. I mean, I'm hearing all these great things that we talk about, the Lions coming out of the Lions camp. I'm hearing all the great things that are happening, except I hear no mention of the Super Bowl from you guys. A mere mention of it.
I said they're contenders.
Am I being inconsistent?
Super Bowl.
They're contenders. So you believe they got a chance to make the Super Bowl?
They have a chance, yes. I'm not putting my house on it.
What percentage chance do you give them, Spinmo?
20.
20?
Yeah.
So they have an 80% chance of not making it.
Eagles and Niners are like, I don't know, I'd say like 40%. Cowboys are like 30, and then we're 20. Seahawks and us are 20.
So you putting you guys below the Cowboys?
Yeah. I think the Cowboys have a better chance, yeah.
Oh, man. See, that's why Cowboy fans, man, I don't like them. I despise them. But I respect the fact that every year they think they're going to win the Super Bowl.
See, I don't. I laugh at them because of that.
No, it's very funny.
I
trust me, I love laughing at them. I love throwing jabs at them every chance I get. But I respect them because guess what? They never go away. They're like roaches. They will not die from anything, and they come back every year. We're going to win the Super Bowl. Every year I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. They haven't won a damn Super Bowl since what? Michael Irvin was still playing.
They've won a Super Bowl more recently than the Niners, though.
No, they have.
That's actually factual.
No, that is. But guess what? We've been there lately.
A couple times, yeah.
All right.
I know.
Cut your shit then.
I know.
All right.
Can't win it if you don't get there.
Address this one, Lindsey. DNCENT. Lindsey absolutely shits on the Michigan national title talk, but preaches Lions Super Bowl.
There we go.
It doesn't add up. We are just being realistic.
I shit on the Michigan thing because I have close friends that talk so highly of them, and they act like they win every year, which they do win, but they haven't won a natty.
They've won a half of one since before face mask.
If it's half, it's none.
Oh, stop it. I'm not going to let you do that.
Well,
they did everything that they could do.
Huh?
They did everything that they possibly could do back then. The system worked out so that they didn't actually play.
Absolutely.
Was it?
Absolutely. All right, there you go. I like it.
Yeah.
Tom Pickleman, what that mean?
The people from T Burgers are hooking it up right now.
It's the OG number 3 with tomatoes.
OG number 3, guys.
Yes, we will eat this on the air right now.
OG
there
number
is no
3.
question.
For sure.
Yep.
OG number 3?
The OG number 3. The Tom Pickleman, as it were.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I dropped one of the pickles out of there. You have to get the pickles. All right. Here it is. T Burgers. They're here in the house. The bun, man.
Yeah, the buns are
handmade.
Yeah, very, very homemade-y. Here, go give them the rest of that. What's this called?
It's an
OG?
Ooh.
Wow.
Thank you, sir.
Something about the mayo, man. Something about them. Wow. T-Burgers. Look them up, everybody. T-Burgers food truck. Damn.
Hey, that's a quality burger right
That
there,
is a
man.
quality burger. Garlic aioli.
Dude, that's outstanding.
That is good, man. Damn, is that good, man?
This is really this is a damn good burger.
No, it is like
yeah, the cheese melted perfectly,
Yeah.
like you said. The homemade garlic
No, that's-
aioli, the buns.
You guys imagine if I had Terry Crews? Cheeseburger Eddie?
Oh yeah,
Cheeseburger ready, yeah.
That'd be crazy.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
People want to know if it's CBD mayo. I can't confirm.
No, it is not. It is after you partake in the dispo though. Well, these will blow your mind. This is a fantastic burger.
Dude, those buns, man. Incredible. Hey, guys, I'm telling you, man. T-Burgers. Check it out.
No, that's
Facebook, social media.
good burger right
If
there.
you get a chance, man,
Wow.
try it. Damn.
Our guy
impressed.
Darren came over and said that was the best burger he's ever had, and I agree with him.
Yeah, no, that's amazing.
Wow.
I'm shocked.
Mark McCormick says hamburger greater than a 4-game suspension. You knew somebody was going to step in with that.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
That is amazing.
Yeah, that got me off my train of thought. What were we talking about? Michigan?
it doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, people were mad at you. That is incredible. Like, I'm not bullshitting you here.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's super quality. Like, yeah,
That's delicious.
that bun, bro, is witchcraft.
Yeah.
They got it down to a science over there at T-Burgers. Man. That is impressive shit.
I'm going to have to give me another one of those after the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm-
yeah.
I'm-
And
I
it's
am.
just T-Burgers.
The OG. What do you call it? The OG what?
OG number 3.
That's what we gotta get. The OG. Number
OG
3.
number 3, man.
Damn.
Steven Syret, somebody call the NCAA.
And Jay Cruzen said no fries. You don't need fries with a burger like that.
No,
You do not. I would just take another burger.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like, hold the fries.
that's outstanding.
Let's go Red Wings Party. Are the buns certified by Dr. Clapping Cheese? They should be.
They should be.
If they're not, they should be. Ryan's reaction says, type it in the chat, Spam. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? It's
T-Burgers.
literally just T-Burgers.
Yep.
Yeah, that's outstanding.
It changed the whole complexion of everything, man.
Didn't
Yeah,
it?
I'm really
Yeah.
happy now.
I am really
Brandon
happy.
Katz, you're a good guy. That's what T-Burgers do to you.
It'll make you forgive the unforgivable.
It'll
That's
make
a-
you friends with your enemies.
That's how good the burger was.
I don't know if there's a
Ryan
burger
Newmy
that good.
says Michigan went through Nick Saban to win the national title in 1997. Nebraska didn't. Therefore, Michigan was better.
Doesn't matter. They didn't get it out right.
I mean, I think they were better, but
Spartan
they never
dog.
got the chance.
Didn't get it out right.
Does
Sorry.
Nick Saban count as a Spartan
Oh,
dog?
yeah, for sure. Tom Brady counts as a Wolverine. Nick Saban counts as a Spartan dog.
That is true.
Hey, we all know
Both guys that the respective programs didn't want.
Yep.
Hey, we all know the best play from that Michigan State game was that Charles Woodson one-handed interception.
Greatest college football play I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
Mine was probably trouble with the snap.
The greatest individual play by
Okay,
somebody.
that's fair.
Yeah.
It's Charles Woodson
fair.
in that game.
Agreed.
We do have Lindsey here. I do have a couple of Pistons questions. I do want to get to them after Sam Flannel tells you about Swiss Insurance.
Absolutely. And are you planning or sponsoring a golf outing this year? Ask Swiss Insurance about hole-in-one, putting contests, and $1 million shootout coverage. For a very affordable amount, you could give away a huge prize like $10,000 or a new car. Help build your business with big ideas. Check out Swiss today at swissins.com or call Mark at 248-800-4177. Again, that is 248-800-4177, Swiss Insurance.
Okay, let's talk through all these golf events that you have coming up.
Gabby, I'm glad you asked. Got my calendar right here. July 17th at Red Run, and then July 31st, I have the American Golf outing
for the Cancer Society.
I also have the American Cancer Society golf outing on the 31st. And also, I got yours on the 18th, buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to be there.
Whoa, boys, these are a lot of events and golf outings.
Well, you want me to miss my own golf tournament?
Gabby, they're all great calls.
I mean, this is...
Hold on. I got this. Guys, I got this. Don't worry about it. Hold on a second.
He always...
Hey, guys. Thanks for coming so fast. How are you? Remember the guys from Randy Wise, right? Sir. The Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tournament.
Some of the biggest names in Michigan sports, and some, well, not so much. Brought to you in part by Premier Security Solutions, Fairway Packing Company, and Swiss Insurance. Watch episodes at woodwardsports.com.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Down the stretch here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, Lindsey, Hunter, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter. Shout out to the people at T-Burgers, man. One of the most incredible hamburgers I've ever ate. Matter of fact, I'm getting the full one after this show is
Definitely.
over.
Oh, yeah.
There is no doubt. So check them out if you get a chance. We're live here at Dispo in Romeo. They got locations all over the place, but this Romeo one, man, the traffic here all the time.
It's the first cannabis mall in Michigan, man.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It is huge, man. They got it going on up here. They take care of everybody up here in Romeo at Dispo. But, Lindsey, we got you here. I always like to do this from time to time. T-Burger's incredible, by the way. I always like to do this from time to time.
You,
and just kind of pick your brain. And, look, I know we're football crazy. Subscribe to the Big D Energy podcast. We've talked football the whole first hour and change of the show. We got Lindsey Hunter here, so I do want to run some things by him. Lindsey, the Pistons. The Jaden Ivey phenomenon. For me, it's one of those things with Cade back, his usage will go down, so I don't think the numbers are going to be what the numbers were last year, especially without Cade coming down the stretch. I do like the way that the Pistons organization kind of gave him the keys to the car and said, go, and let's see where you are. And the most impressive thing he did to me, which really bucked the trend, he got better as the year went on. That was big, Lindsey.
Yeah, he absolutely did. The thing I watched a lot, especially during the latter part of the year, was his playmaking ability, his ability to, recognize situations in the half court, because he's outstanding in open court. He's really, really good getting downhill. With the speed that he has and his size and athleticism, he's great in open court. But he got better in half court situations, reading pick and rolls, reading situations, making the lobs to his bigs and kicking out to shooters. He got better in those situations, and that's for a guard, especially a young guard, is monumental in his development. Defensively, I want to see him get better because he has the ability to do that. And I think Monty will put him in, situations to prove that he can defend at a high level.
Right. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Danny Raxter, Spencer's dad. Bring one of those burgers home, Spencer.
They might be gone by then, but no promises, Pops.
No problem. There it is. There it is. No promises. Tiger Town. Troy Weaver did absolutely nothing in free agency. And my question about that, Lindsey, is I would rather see that because, look, we talked at length about free agency in the NBA this year. Who did anything in free agency? What, Bruce Brown?
Yeah.
For real. Like, recap it for who was the big
Celtics
free agent?
traded for Porzingis.
Yeah, but they didn't. They didn't. Who signed anybody in free agency?
There wasn't any
not really
significant
big,
signings.
Bruce Brown.
People retain their free agents, or
yeah,
they trade them.
Yeah, it was nothing of significance that happened.
Yeah,
yeah. It's like the free agency thing. Like Bruce Brown was the biggest name to go, who got over $20 million. Sam Flannel, by the way, I shortchanged him by a couple
You
million.
did. I mean, we'll see if he turns out to be worth it, but I think he'll be very good for the Pacers.
Indiana, dude, like, it just never works. Like they're always making these moves, dude.
Yeah, he had to get that. He had to go take that money, though.
Oh, for sure.
No question.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, good. He's got his ring, man. Good for him. Go cash in.
Unlike Mbappe, like what?
Yeah, I would say the same thing. But anyway, it's for me, I would rather see them do nothing in free agency than do something ridiculous.
So you don't just want to sign somebody for the sake of signing somebody. You want to sign somebody if you decide to do it that's impactful.
Mm-hmm.
And with a young team like we have, there was really no move to be had out there in free agency that was going to make that big of a difference to me.
Right.
You know, so they stand packed. We still probably got some moves to make, possibly, or we stand packed with what we have, and we try to see if we can push in, you know, a seed or play-in game.
Right. Which you called for earlier.
Absolutely. Still calling for
I hate
it.
that.
So from that perspective, DNCENT said maybe Dylan Brooks. Maybe. But there would be a revolt in this town if they...
I want Dylan Brooks, man.
What did he say, Dylan Brooks, for what?
For free agency.
For us?
Yeah.
For the Shanghai Sharks. For the Guangdong Tigers.
Have you guys looked at Dylan Brooks' three-point percentages lately or throughout his whole career?
It was like wasn't it like 28% last
It was
year or
something
something
ridiculous.
like that?
He can't shoot, and his defense is overvalued, and I don't care about grit.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say I think he's a fierce competitor. He has really good size. He can defend. He can
I'm
defend.
not saying he's a bad defender.
Right. He can defend.
Yeah,
his
Dylan
shooting-
Brooks, Fred VanVleet. They both went to the Rockets.
Yeah, but
Good
not
luck,
for
Houston.
us.
How shitty of the Rockets? Like, what are you guys doing? You just drafted one of the best playmakers in the draft. You got Jalen Green, who, say what you want about him, kid's going to be a pretty damn
get
good
buckets,
offensive
yeah.
weapon.
Yeah.
And you signed two guys to what? Like $80 million between the two of them to just take up minutes from your young stud backcourt?
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, Spenny, because like for the free agent crowd with the Pistons, that's what you get. You get to be the Rockets when you're doing stuff just to do it.
Yeah.
When you give Mike Conley, what, you get $45 million a year or whatever that number
it
was.
was like he
so
was the
that's
first
what
one
you
to get
want.
a bag.
So you'd rather do that because all you've done there is put a ceiling on it. You can't overcome that, Lindsey.
Right. Well, I think they hired Udoka, right? So after hiring him, I heard his remarks, and his remarks were, we're trying to win. Like, we're not trying to continue to build. We're trying to win.
So you signed Dylan Brooks and
So I guess that was their answer to trying to win. I think Fred VanVleet is a very good point guard.
Yeah.
He's an exceptional point guard.
Right.
So I'm always a fan of his. How he fits in Houston, he's going to have to be a starter. So someone's going to go to the bench. I don't think it'll be Jalen Green.
Yeah.
You know, so Dylan Brooks, is he going to start at the 3? Probably,
yeah.
So there you go. You're bringing a bunch of your younger guys who have been developing all these years. And maybe some of those young guys needed to be rebooted because losing and playing the way they were playing, I don't know if they got better. You know, they were in a bad situation. So Udoka's going to bring discipline for sure. And they're going to defend because he's going to be a defensive-minded coach.
Right.
So the dynamics of that team is going to change the mentality-wise. And a lot of those guys, if they don't buy into it, they're going to be moved. So I think he's kind of stirring the pot and saying, hey, we're going to win one with or without you. And that's where it kind of stands in Houston.
Yeah, it's just I don't understand those moves, right? All that money, man, for Fred and he's a great player. But I
think Amon Thompson's going to be better.
He could be.
Not a better shooter, but he'll be. You don't need a better shooter when you got Jalen Green and Jabari Smith and whatever that other guy's name is, the weird foreign guy I can't remember. Sengun, yeah, Alfred. You got shooters out there, so he would have been a perfect fit because that's what they were missing last year. Like from being an actual good team, is a good facilitator. They had KPJ, but he was a little inconsistent. And you go and you get Amon Thompson, who is arguably the biggest athletic freak other than Wembanyama in the draft, and he's the best facilitator. And then you sign a point guard doing a $120 million contract. I I don't know, man. I don't get it.
Man, Fred 3 years, $129 million. They're butted up against the cap. So this is what the Rockets are. So just goes back to the Troy Weaver did nothing in free agency camp. Those were your options. What would be the narrative right now, Lindsey, with the fans here on the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, if they went and signed Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks and said, all right, we're rolling out now, we're mobilizing to try to make a move for a playoff spot? Tell me, enlighten me. What would be the tenor of Detroit sports fans?
It would be a mutiny.
100%.
It would be fire Troy Weaver.
Yes. People would be protesting downtown.
I don't understand. Like, they have such a good young core to build. They might have the best young core in the NBA with Jabari Smith, Jalen Green, Amon Thompson, Kevin Porter Jr. Like,
here's one for you, Lindsey, and this is good. And I actually was meaning to text you this a little while ago. Serious question. This comes from Mr. Wizard. Serious question. Why is no one signing Christian Wood? Is he washed? Like, what's the story?
Can't play defense.
I mean, I've watched him play. He's okay. Like, I can understand why teams haven't jumped on him right away. Like, I can see people waiting and throwing him something left over and say, hey, if you come for this, we'll take you.
Right.
But not as a viable asset right away. Like, I mean, he just wasn't it for me.
And Mr. Wizard says he seems like a good two-way player with a little bit of grit, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's just your opinion.
Yeah, he doesn't do much defensively.
Yeah, he doesn't offer much defensively. I didn't see that part.
He's big, but
yeah, he got the size. He can shoot it, stretch the defense. But there are a lot of more younger guys out there that does what he does and
does it better. Yeah. And do it better. It's let's go Red Wings party. Bring Wood home.
Bring Wood home.
Should we bring him home? 248.
Oh, for what? Why? Where's he going to fit?
We got too many big men on this team already.
Yeah, real cream of wheat. Big Wood energy. Mr. Wizard, Morning Wood.
Morning Wood.
We need a Christian Wood takeover?
Yeah.
Christian Wood takeover. So, again, for the Troy Weaver did nothing in free agency crowd, I would rather be in the Pistons spot right now than I'd rather be in the Rocket spot.
Definitely.
Yeah, the Rockets they're all in. Like, they can't do it. The Pistons are still building. The Rockets are here. Here's what we are.
And I can't stress that they are at the cap. Like, that. This is it. This is their team. So would you want this team with Brooks and Fred VanVleet? No, I don't.
I don't either.
Unless their plan is to try to compete now, and 3 years from now.
Compete for what, though? Like, what's their ceiling? Say everything goes perfectly.
Maybe a first round playoff win. Yeah. Maybe.
I don't even a first round. Playoff.
Not a series win. Yeah, I mean like a win, like one game.
Oh yeah. I can see them doing that.
Yeah.
But that's it, and maybe that's what they want right now, and maybe that's like 3 years from now you'll be off that contract with VanVleet. I don't know what did Dylan Brooks sign, a 4 or 5 year deal?
Yeah.
So you're stuck with him. I don't know, man. I mean,
Dylan Brooks is another dude that dresses like a fucking idiot.
He's 4 years, $86 million, so 22. I mean, it's not awful.
It's awful.
It's not terribly long, but still, like, what free agent crew are you looking to go after? Like,
I wouldn't mind seeing him sign like Kelly Oubre. I think he's still out there. I don't know if he's signed anywhere.
I don't think so.
Another bench piece.
He could be a guy you might see here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, for the Pistons to sign Kelly Oubre.
Yeah,
just another shooter off the bench, swingman. Like, he can play defense. He doesn't, but like he's got the ability to. He's got good size. He's got long arms.
Yeah, but how long has he been in the league?
It's probably like 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah, doesn't play defense. Probably won't.
Well,
what he hit against the Pistons? He had like 6 threes in one quarter against the Pistons. That shit made me cry.
Well, there's this, too, from the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Dr. Clappin' Cheeks. You can't clap cheeks with softwood.
That is true.
That's fair.
That is true.
That is fair.
Pop
Neal Ruhl
yourself a
here.
night bullet and get after it.
Neal Ruhl here for Planet Fitness. You guys already know the deal. $1 down, $10 a month. That's great. That's a great deal. It's a tremendous deal. Absolutely. The bottom line is with Planet Fitness, they're the best gym in the gym game. Everything you need. There's tons of equipment. You're not standing around waiting for stuff. All the weights you want, all the cardio equipment you want, it's all right there for you. You want to be a baller? Black Card, that's an option as well. $24.99 a month. You go to any Planet Fitness in the world. There's over 50 of them in Metro Detroit alone. If your job takes you somewhere around, say you live in Romeo and you got to work in Novi, guess what? There's one right there in downtown Novi as well. Everywhere we go, there's a Planet Fitness close by. $1 down, $10 a month, access to your home club. It's very, very simple, everyone. Go to planetfitness.com. You can sign up there or just pull in the parking lot. As I said, you're going to pass a couple on the way home anyway. They're goated on the gym sticks. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Goff, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
How would you like to win a $100K Vegas getaway? Take your closest friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps.
Yes.
It's Cintron Energy. Drink it and live it. Purchase a 24-pack today and enter to win the 100K Vegas getaway at drinkcintron.com/Vegas and buy Cintron at your local Meijer store.
Yes.
Cintron, the healthier energy drink with great taste and the choice of people who desire to look good, feel great, and be the best version of themselves, even in Las Vegas. drinkcintron.com/Vegas. Go there for your chance to win a 100K trip.
Coming down the stretch here on a Friday, Big D Energy Woodward Sports Network live at Dispo in Romeo. Shout out to the T-Burgers food truck for
Shout
the
out.
food as well. Shout out, legendary burger. I'm going to
5-star.
smash one after the show, as a matter of fact. But as we said, Neal Ruhl, Lindsey Hunter, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxer, all of you in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Daryl J. Morgan makes, I think, the good point to ride off on here. If you don't like what Troy did, just follow Houston side by side with us, and let's talk again in 2 years.
Absolutely.
Well said.
That's a great point, because we're not stuck with bad contracts.
No.
You know, and we got a young core that we're trying to build, and I think for us that's the most important thing. And you know, both teams I think hired really, really good coaches, but you know they've put Udoka in a situation where you're trying to win now with.
Yes.
Guys,
and this is what you have.
This is what you have. Like, that's a tough situation to be in.
Real quick, Lindsey, to just kind of wrap up the Pistons discussion, I got to get this from you, too. Who's the most important Detroit Piston next year other than Cade Cunningham?
I don't know if it's like a singular guy, but I'm going to say Duren.
That's where I was with it.
Because he's going to anchor the defense, and I think he's going to get better and better offensively. Watching him in the summer league, I really liked the way he was moving. I really liked his jump shot looked unbelievably better.
Right.
And we know he's a freak of nature athlete. He's a stud, and I think he's going to be really vital defensively for us.
For me, it's Duren because I think that he has a tremendously high ceiling. I think that he's a guy that, as far as the Pistons go, could end up being, in my opinion, the biggest star on the Detroit Pistons in terms of gross numbers that hit you in the head like a hammer. You will see 20-20 games from him this year. You will see that from Jalen Duren.
I can see him turning into an Amari Stoudemire type of guy.
Yes, where and I'm telling you guys this right now, if you play fantasy basketball, go get Jalen Duren. He'll be the guy that probably will be a little slept on versus what he will have. And again, you go with Monty Williams, you look at what he did with Amari Stoudemire. You look what he did with DeAndre Ayton in Phoenix. We saw flashes of it in the summer league. He is going to be actively involved in the offense. And when I say actively involved, he will be a trigger piece for the offense because of that pick and roll that they're gonna run it hundreds of times, Lindsey. They're gonna run it all the time.
Well, the thing he's gonna have to, really be proven is his jump shot. Because we saw, Aiden not only roll to the rim, but he could shoot that 15 footer consistently. And of course they had Chris Paul, who was a wizard in pick and roll. Our guys are gonna have to get to the point where they can run it, not as well. I don't think anybody can run it as well as Chris Paul in today's game. But I think they can get to the point where they can recognize situations well enough to get him involved and keep him, acclimated in the offense. Because a lot of times watching them last year, without all the perimeter guys that we have now, our bigs got lost a little bit, So hopefully that doesn't happen and they keep them involved in the offense.
No, and he will, and I think he's going to take yet another step forward, and he is. I think he has such a high ceiling that it is incredible. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Lorena Rios. Next topic, who are the Tigers trading by the deadline? And the trade deadline is coming up on Tuesday. Certainly we'll discuss that on Monday's show as well. But real quick, just my initial piece on it. Everybody, because it's over. Because I watched Shohei Ohtani kick an entire team's ass up one side and down the other yesterday.
2 games in a row.
In a doubleheader. Just decimated the Detroit Tigers. Took them apart.
Do you know, as of today, Shohei Ohtani has the best OPS in baseball, meaning he is the most dangerous hitter at the plate, and he has the lowest opponent's batting average against, meaning he is the hardest pitcher to hit.
Yes.
At the same time.
At the same damn time.
He threw in the first game of doubleheader a 9-inning, 1-hit shutout, and then in the second game of the doubleheader hit 2 home runs.
It's impressive.
The guy's a freak of nature, man. Talk about aliens. That guy's an alien.
Yep. See how long he lasts.
Babe Ruth sucks. I just got to throw that in anytime we talk about baseball.
Yeah, Jack Harrington says it's over, which it is. 11 games under 500. It's time to just go ahead and sell and let Scott Harris cook. And, that's what a Mr. Wizard Tigers talk equals buzzkill. Thanks, Lorena. No, hey, we'll get into it more when the trade deadline rolls up. And Chuck Brewer says, well, why didn't he hit 2 home runs in the game he pitched? I'm underwhelmed. Was that Chuck Brewer or Lindsey H?
Yeah.
Who left that message right there?
That wasn't me. Good point, though.
Robert Colosia, this is seriously some Babe Ruth-ish. It's more than that.
Babe Ruth sucks.
It's way more than that. Way more than that.
Flannel Babe Ruth doesn't suck.
No, I don't think Babe Ruth sucks, but I think Shohei Ohtani's better. Babe Ruth didn't do this at the same time. By the time he became a hitting star with New York, he was done as a pitcher.
For some reason, I think Babe Ruth's numbers were skewed.
Yeah. Some of them, some weird.
Like leading in home runs like 12 times.
Yeah, I think they probably cheated a lot of those.
Yeah. Well, when you got 50-year-old plumbers throwing meatballs down the middle at 40 miles an hour, I hope you lead the league in home runs. Play against black guys, Dominicans.
Look, Spenny, we've done that. I lean towards you. I do. I lean towards you. It's hard for me to give credit to anybody who didn't play against black players, Hispanic players, all that kind of stuff. So right off the gate, it's skewed. But he did hit more home runs than everybody else in baseball combined.
Yeah. Cool.
It's a little impressive, Spenny.
Don't care.
You're being a hater.
I am a hater. I am a Babe Ruth hater. I'll fully admit it. Babe Ruth's a bum. He sucks.
Jesus Christ.
Candy bar's better than he is as a player.
Damn.
I love it.
Yeah, the Baby Ruth was all right.
Solid. It's a payday with chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh, Babe Ruth.
It's pretty good. WoodwardSports.com chat poll. Spenny put it up there right now. Who's a better baseball player, Babe Ruth or Cleat Thomas? So you can vote on that. I did go with Babe Ruth, but it was close.
Yeah, Cleat Thomas is the man. I was going to put Don Kelly, but that's too easy. It's obviously Don Kelly.
Rack says the slider wasn't even invented when Babe Ruth
they didn't
played.
use the slider. Like I'm saying, they were throwing 50-mile-per-hour slop balls over the middle. Like, come on, man.
But let me just ask you one question. Why wasn't everybody hitting 30, 40,
Because everybody else sucked, too.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, Babe Ruth was the best player of his. So nobody in that generation was worthy of even.
So he's
anything.
the smelliest piece of shit. Like, it's.
Damn.
You want to talk about somebody back in the day that you could talk about being the best player ever? Give me Hank Aaron. Keep Babe Ruth the fuck out of here. Like,
Hank Aaron's better than Babe Ruth.
Yes, 1,000%.
I agree.
Man, Babe Ruth's legacy needs a guardian around Spenmo.
Yeah, he's not going to find one from me, but maybe he'll find one from Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. They're professional technicians. Take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And, of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work, and people have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Sports.
Big Boy Strawberry Fest has officially arrived, and we're here to show you the very best flavors of the season. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our deep-fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and a slice of our classic strawberry pie. But that's not all. Cool off on a refreshing summer splash salad, or savor the flavors of our chicken Caesar wrap and strawberry bacon chicken wrap. And for breakfast lovers, don't miss out on our strawberry hotcakes or our mouth-watering red velvet waffle. Strawberry Fest is something for everyone. Celebrate the sweet season with us at Big Boy.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Final segment of the show on a Friday. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, Lindsey Hunter, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter. We're live at Dispo in Romeo. Shout out to the fine folks at Dispo. Appreciate their hospitality. As always, they are goated on the sticks, as we said. Some great food from the T-Burgers food truck. Check them out. Check out Dispo for sure. Not just talking shit here. Like, legit people that are very, very good at what they do.
Yeah, unlike Babe Ruth. They're
unlike
actually
Babe Ruth.
goated.
Spenmo, we have some questions. If you got a question for anybody here at Woodward, fire away in the last segment of the show. Nick says Babe Ruth was a heavyweight, though.
Don't care.
No love for the heavyweight?
No, he doesn't get any points for that.
Okay.
I'm taking Cleat Thomas over Babe Ruth. If I'm starting a baseball team right now, give me Cleat Thomas over Babe Ruth.
I'm glad you're saying this because, I caught flack when people were telling me Bill Russell was the GOAT. And I was like, I love Bill Russell.
No.
I said, but the guy averaged like 16 points at best.
And he was playing against plumbers and
he
math
played against
teachers.
9 teams.
Yeah. The average height was 5'11".
I was like, bro, 9 teams? He's 6'10".
Does it concern you that you and Sam Flannel are in lockstep about something?
No, not really. And he only shot like 40-something%.
Yep.
Yeah.
It should bother you a little bit. Kind of does.
Not in this one.
It kind of does.
If I'm starting a baseball team today, I'm taking Andy Dirks over Babe Ruth.
Jesus Christ.
Definitely Don Kelly. 1,000% Don Kelly.
Robert Closia, Spenny, which gummies have you been eating today? Because that's some strong-ish.
It weren't gummies. They were cookie dough bites. They were pretty good.
Big Con 51 asks Spenmo, who's better at their sport, Babe Ruth or Anthony Davis?
Anthony Davis, easily. Easily Anthony Davis. I'd take Anthony Davis if he played less over Babe Ruth. Like if he played 1 out of every 3 games, I'd take Anthony Davis over Babe Ruth.
Hey, there was a year when he played 1 out of every 3.
Joseph Campbell, the hard-hitting Lindsey questions. Your championship Lakers versus your championship Pistons. Who wins in a 7-game series?
Who's asking these questions?
Came across.
Self-explanatory. You saw that.
Oh.
Best 5 alive for a reason.
What's your problem?
I think the 0-2 Lakers win that series.
Flannel, your opinion
Well,
about that
Lindsey,
doesn't
you
matter.
played on both teams. You tell me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Flannel's
fine.
over here.
You know what? I'll give you that one. You
How
played
many-
on
how
both
many
teams.
games?
I'll give you that one.
How many games?
4.
I think a 5-game gentleman sweep.
Yeah,
again.
we'd probably beat them in 5.
5.
What was so special about that team?
About the 0-2, I mean, Apex Shaq and Kobe he actually was the reason that
They weren't Apex. Shaq wasn't Apex. Shaq was really, really good, but he wasn't.
Apex Shaq was Orlando.
No, I think 2000 Lakers was Apex Shaq.
I played with him, so I kind of know he was injured toe, didn't practice preseason, so he was kind of going.
Right, I didn't say.
You know who we played in the finals that year?
I think the Nets. No,
Yeah.
the three-peat Lakers had really, really bad finals opponents. I will say
We
that.
played the Nets. It was Todd McCullough was guarding Shaq.
I know.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Be like Babe Ruth guarding Shaq.
Yeah, honestly, might as well be.
Yeah, we would beat them. We were just so good defensively, man. We could guard everybody.
Could you imagine telling Babe Ruth that there's a guy, and he's not even like the best pitcher in the league or one of the best, Yu Darvish, right? He can throw 7 pitches with his dominant hand. With his right hand, he can throw 7 pitches, and with his left hand, he can throw 89 miles an hour and break a curveball with his left hand. Like, tell that to Babe Ruth. He'd shit his pants.
He couldn't even hold a beer in both
No.
hands. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Jay Singles. Listen, guys, Jack Campbell will be another Luke Kuechly. You'll see. You'll all see.
I fucking hope so. That'd be nice.
Luke Kuechly was.
I think that's a good one to ride off on. Heavyweights today, 5 to 7, from
5
right
star.
here at Dispo, in their element.
Oh, yeah.
Doing their thing. Big shout out to everybody here at Dispo. And don't forget, of course, the final word coming up from 2 to 4 with Ermanni, Edwards, and Maz. So for Lindsey Hunter, for Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter, my name's Neal Ruhl, live at Dispo in Romeo. Thanks for tapping in, everybody, to Big D Energy. Well, see you later.
Peace.